There, let's check out the action though from Macon. Southwest hosting Dodge County right before the half. Indians looking to score, but Southwest says not in my house. Look at the defensive stand right there from the Patriots, not going anywhere. Dodge County would finish the drive with a field goal from Peyton Bush, and they're up 12-6 at the half. Homecoming festivities at Henderson Stadium. Here we go. The Queen goes to Chastity Burnett. There's Larry Howard. Congratulations to both of them. Third quarter, Southwest in trouble. This could have gone terribly for the Patriots. Malik Frazier picks it up and heaves this one down the field. It's a dime. Jaden Williams makes a nice over-the-shoulder catch and a huge first down. Let's break it down. Same drive now. Southwest threatening to score. This time is Jaquez Pennyman taking the snap, races for the outside, dive for the pylon. Oh yeah, it is good. I see you, number 5, pointing at the camera. It's on. Patriots are down 15-12. Fourth quarter now. Same score. Dodge County hands this one off to Aaron Pitts. A play of the day nominee right here. Takes this one up the middle. Hits the turbo button. He's going to break free. Oh my, that's a touchdown right there. 22-12 Dodge County, but Southwest not out of it just yet. It's a bad hike. This one's going to land in the end zone, guys, and Dodge County landing on top of it, but Southwest will make the tackle. Everybody clap your hands. It's a safety and an 8-point game, so now ensuing possession for Southwest. Malik Frazier drops back, fires to Jaquez Pennyman, hot potato right there, makes the great catch, stays on his feet, and guys, that's a touchdown. They would miss the 2-point conversion, so now Patriots are down 22-20, 5 minutes left. Later in the fourth, R.J. Carr drops back, flings this one down the middle of the field. Michael Carr makes the catch, and that's a huge first down. Very next play, it's R.J. Carr. Keeps it himself. He's going to take this one to the outside, strutting into the end zone for a touchdown. 28-20 ball game. Then Dodge County seals the deal right here. R.J. Carr on the keeper this time. Takes it to the outside. He's going to extend the ball over the plane. How about another touchdown for him? And that's going to do it. Dodge County, Zaxby's FFN scoreboard, they're going to hang on to win it 26-20.